Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, we have already discussed about transgenic animal and their uses. In today's lecture, we'll be discussing about ethical issues concerning manipulations of genes. Now, the manipulations of living organism by the human being cannot go further without any kind of regulation. There has to be regulation because we are dealing with living organisms, and that is the reason why in India the government has set up GEAC, also called as the full form is Genetic Engineering Approval Committee, which will make decisions regarding the validity of GM research and safety of introducing GM organisms for public services. So that is going to be done, and the approval committee, that is Genetic Engineering Approval Committee, will approve whether a particular research is valid or not. Okay, now let us talk about certain other things. See, these are the things which is controlled by Genetic Engineering Approval Committee to permit the use of GMO and their products for their commercial application, to adopt producers for restriction or prohibition, production, sale, import and use of GMO both for research and applications. Now, to authorize large-scale production and release of GMO and other product into the environment. See, GMO, though they are beneficial as a genetically modified organism, but they can be dangerous also, especially for the ecosystem. So they has to be used carefully. So that is the reason why GEAC is doing its homework, its work as such. Okay, now let us talk about another issue. Now there is a growing anger in public regarding certain companies which have been granted patents for products and technologies, and they make use of genetic materials, plants, animals, resources which belong to developing countries and poor farmers of the developing countries. So in our own country, rice is a major food grain. Now it has been cultivated in our country since time immemorial. There are approximately 2000 varieties of rice in India alone. The diversity of rice in India is one of the richest in the world. Basmati rice itself, which is very popular for unique aroma and flavor, has about 27 documented varieties. Now in 1997, an American company got patent rights on Basmati through US Patent and Trademark Office. This allowed the company to sell a new product of Basmati in the US and abroad. Now they called it an innovation and creation. What they did was just to cross their own variety with our variety. Yeah, you can say they cross Indian variety with any other variety, and then they called it as novelty or innovation. But that is not true. This is actually called as biopiracy. Biopiracy is defined as the illegal appropriation of life organism, plants, animals, and the traditional knowledge that accompanies it. Let me tell you, multinational companies are involved in biopiracy. Now, if any multinational company, they buy certain products illegally without giving proper compensation to the government of that particular country or people concerned, and after that they get patent and they show that they have the right over that particular product, and that also ignoring the common people which have that particular traditional knowledge. This is called as biopiracy. Now this MNC, multinational companies, especially belonging to the developed world, have been doing so. Developing countries have traditional knowledge but do not have scientific technique, while developed countries lack traditional knowledge and biological resources but have scientific technique. But they are not giving proper compensatory payment to the farmers or the people, those who are living near to that particular bioresource, which multinational companies are using without proper authorization. So that is the issue. Now our country, our government, especially our government, has passed second amendment bill related to the patent, and that was introduced on 20 December 1999. Reports submitted on 19 December 2001, and bill was passed in 2002. Now, public interest safeguard and measures for protecting traditional knowledge has been one of the most focused part of this second amendment bill. Now, let me tell you, in our own country there are so many things. For example, neem tree, even that has been patented. Turmeric has also been patented. If we are not aware about such things and if we ignore such things, multinational companies belonging to the developed world will take undue advantage of this, and we will lose billions of dollars, and they will buy our raw materials and sell them abroad. Even they will have the patent. Even if we want to use our own product, we have to give them money. So that is what they are doing. So we should be very careful, our government should be very careful regarding this to prevent biopiracy. Now let us talk about the homework part. Write the role of GEAC, Genetically Engineered Approval Committee. I have already told you what is biopiracy. I have explained in detail what our country is doing in order to protect our pharma from biopiracy. I have told you our parliament has recently passed second amendment bill which is looking into the matter, how to solve problems of biopiracy as such. I hope you have understood this topic. Thank you. Have a nice day.